All right, welcome back, boys and girls. We are at our reading table and we are going to go over our words to know. And you see, we have make and play. And our sentence for make is we make a tower. And we see the boys and girls building a tower. So, make means to create, to put something together. And then we have we play baseball. And our word play, of course, means to have fun with friends, maybe even by ourselves. And these two words are unique in the way that they have what we call a long A sound. So usually when we see the letter A, we say ah. But we see with these two words, make and play, that the A has a long sound. It says its name. Like in our vowels, we have A, E, I, O, and U. And those are our vowels that which we learned about earlier. And we know that every word has to have a vowel. We've learned all the short sounds for our vowels. A, I, and But each vowel has two sounds. And we know that sometimes a Y can be a vowel too. The Y can do all kinds of things. It can be a vowel, it can make an E sound, it can make an I sound. So the Y is incredible. It can do all kinds of things. But for this, our words to know for this lesson, our words have a long A sound. And there's two ways that an A can make it this A sound. That's the sound, it just says its name, A. The first is with our silent E. We call it a silent E because we see with this word make, we don't hear the word at the end at all. It does not make that sound. It doesn't say anything. So the E doesn't say anything. He's quiet, but he's very powerful because he makes other vowels say their name, A. So as I said, E's are quiet, very quiet. They don't say anything, but they make other vowels say their name. So now we have a, k, a, k, make. All right, so we always want to remember when we have a silent E on the end, that means the E is quiet, but he's very powerful because he makes other vowels say their name. Another way we can get a long A sound is if we have two vowels together, like in AI or in AY. And I always tell a funny story. Two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So in AI, in a word like pale, we don't hear the I at all, we just hear the A. Two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. Pale. Or AY, because in AY, the Y is acting as a vowel, as it can do sometimes. So two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. I'll give the A the mouth because that's the one that's doing the talking. And like our word play, that word play has the A sound at the end and it has the AY. So there, the A, all of our vowels can make two sounds. The short vowel sound, which we're very familiar with, and in this case, the A makes a sound, or sometimes vowels make a long vowel sound, and that's just them saying their name, such as A. And in our words to know, make and play, they both have a long A sound. Make has the long A sound by using the silent E. He's silent but powerful because he makes the vowel A say its name. Or the two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. And in our word play, even though we have AY, the Y doesn't say anything because the A is doing all the talking. Play. So that's what's really unique and different about our words to know for today. Besides our words to know, we have our letter O, and the O with our friend Ozzy Octopus makes the ah sound. That's our short vowel sound. And the way we write him is we go around, left around into a circle. Left around in a circle. Everybody put their hand in the air like they just don't care. And let's all do that. Left around in a circle. So easy to write an O. All right, we are going to continue on with our blending. And we have our words to blend here. And we have app, app. And if we put those sounds together, we have app, lap, 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 lap. And if we wanted to add a fourth letter, we could have slap, 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 slap. Our next word would be dip, dip. And if we brought those sounds together, we would have dip, 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 dip. Nice job. Next word, and dip is like when we're eating potato chips and we want to dip it in the dip that we have, or maybe a dip in the road. Here we have id, id. And if we bring those sounds together, we have id, rid, rid, as if we want to get rid of something, throw it away. And last but not least, we have n. And if we bring those sounds together, we have pan, 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 pan. Nice job. We'll move over here to our segmenting. So I'm going to ask you to segment these words for me. Let's break these words apart. First word is pin. And if you said n, you did a great job. Next we have bat. Please break that apart for me. Bat. If you said at, you are a superstar. Let's move on to our next word, which is net. Net. Let's segment that word. Et. Good job. Our last word is cot. Cot. And if you're saying k-a-t, then you are absolutely correct. Nice job, boys and girls. We're getting better and better. Alrighty, we can move right into our story today. So we didn't have that much on our reading table to do. And so, moving this out of the way, our story is called Simon and Molly plus Hester. And as I said, in this lesson, we infer and predict a lot. So as we look at the picture and we see the names, we kind of predict that maybe this is Simon, maybe that's Molly, and perhaps that's Hester, as we see their names on the top and we look at the bottom picture. And maybe that's what our author, who happens to be Lisa Chan Klug, wanted us to understand, that what their names were. All right, but we'll find out more as we continue to read the story. Simon and Molly play together every day, just the two of them. And we see that they're doing a lot of different things during the day. Molly lets Simon ride her two-wheeler. Simon makes Molly toast with butter. They are the best of friends, just the two of them. Until Hester moved in. And we see they're playing, and there's Hester getting ready to join them. Let's ride the bike, said Simon. I don't want to, Hester said. Let's make paper airplanes instead. Yay, said Molly. I love paper airplanes. Not me, said Simon. So Simon is used to doing a lot of things with Molly, and now Hester's coming in doing some different things. The next morning, Simon went to Molly's house. Hester was there. Let's have a snack, Molly said. Simon made toast with butter. Do you have any cinnamon sugar? Hester asked. That's a great idea, said Molly. Simon ate his toast plain. And there we see, and we can predict, we can infer that Simon might not be too happy about what's going on here. We can tell from his face, not because the author told us, but just by the picture. Let's ride the bike, said Simon. He jumped on the bike so fast that he fell over. Are you okay? Hester asked. Leave me alone, said Simon. Well, he's a bit of a crab. And there's Hester, very concerned. That Hester, she thinks she's so great, Simon thought. Molly likes her better than me. And there's poor Simon, very upset. Do you want to paint with us? Molly asked. No, said Simon. I have to go home. So the girls are painting. Look, somebody painted a picture with Simon. Simon spent all afternoon trying to make paper airplanes, but none of them worked. I wish Hester would fly away, he said. Wow, what a mess in his room, huh? Having difficulty turning the page. Here we go, finally. Simon hid in the tree to watch Molly and Hester. Do you want to ride the two-wheeler? He heard Molly ask. I don't know how, said Hester. Really? Molly asked. No one ever taught me, Hester said. Simon can teach you, Molly said. Do you think so? Hester asked. Simon is the best rider in the whole world, Molly said, and he is my very best friend. I'm her best friend, Simon thought. Oh, look who's turned happy. He's happy now. What's this? Hester asked. Simon jumped out of the tree. It's a paper airplane that doesn't fly, he said. Simon, Molly smiled. You're here. How about some toast? Simon asked. I'd love some, Molly said. Simon looked at Hester. We can add cinnamon sugar, Simon said. Great, said Hester. After that, can you teach me how to ride the two-wheeler? Okay, said Simon. If you show me how to make paper airplanes that flies, if you show me how to make a paper airplane that flies. Sure, said Hester. So it looked like they all three can be friends. I'm sorry, boys and girls, the page doesn't want to turn. There we go. Now Simon and Molly plus Hester play together every day. They ride the two-wheeler, they eat toast with cinnamon sugar, and they fly paper airplanes. Just the three of them. I'm so glad we're friends, Molly said. Me too, said Simon. Me three, said Hester. And they're all friends now. And that's the end. There was one more page, boys and girls, I wanted to take a quick look at, just to go over real quick, because we're talking about inferring. And on this page, what do we think that Hester and Molly were doing before Simon came? And if we look at the picture, we can infer that they were maybe drawing on the ground, because we see all the drawings. Maybe they had some chalk and they were drawing pictures on the ground. That's what we can infer. The author didn't tell us that, but we infer that. We predict that from the picture. And although I wanted to point out this picture, and we know that Simon's upset. We know he's upset because of his sad face. But also look at the color of the page. It's all dark and gloomy, like on a dark, rainy day, which makes us sad. Doesn't make us happy. And so the author used color and the way he painted or colored the page to also help us infer that Simon was pretty sad. So those were two things I wanted to point out in our story. That is the end of our story. So at this time, what I would like you to do, you do have some questions to answer in your Google Classroom. There's a paper that's labeled Simon and Molly plus Hester. But before you do that, check with Miss LaBerth, take a little break. I'm sure she'll have a fun exercise for you. And then after you take your break, go ahead into Google Classroom and complete the Google form for Simon and Molly plus Hester. And I'll see you during writing. So I'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.